Welcome back to Mighty Tech, everyone. Buckle up, because today we're diving headfirst into a whirlwind of trucking slip-ups, heart-stopping heavy haul moments, and a few hilarious surprises. Trust me, you won't want to miss these clips. They'll keep you on your toes the entire ride, truck ablaze. Suddenly, chaos erupts as a truck is engulfed in flames. Onlookers scramble with fire extinguishers that might as well be squirt guns against that raging inferno. Thick black smoke? Check. Heart-stopping tension? Double check. If they don't smother this blaze ASAP, it'll be the world's worst fireworks show, complete with an explosive finale. There's nothing quite like popping the hood and discovering a bonfire where the engine should be. Whoever was behind the wheel must have been praying extra hard. Oil on fire? Yep, that's basically the dictionary definition of bad maintenance 101. Overloaded and over it. Picture a logging truck stacked so high it defies the laws of gravity. The poor operator manages to crawl up the hill until the very last moment when everything goes sideways, literally. Overloading a vehicle? Bad plan. Overloading on a steep slope? That's basically writing a love letter to disaster and sealing it with a kiss. Meanwhile, in the world of mining, we've got the P&H 9020 dragline. Swapping out those massive 83mm dump ropes isn't your average DIY project. Precision, teamwork, and a full crew of experts keep this behemoth chugging along. Now that's skill in action. Tractors and combines, real farm heroes. On the flip side, sometimes rural ingenuity wins the day. A tractor towing a massive combine harvester across a river might not be the flashiest stunt, but it's 100% about grit and no-nonsense solutions. Who needs fancy gadgets when you've got a good old tow rope, sheer determination, and a river that just realized it's outmatched? Shifting gears, APB Plusin took on the massive job of hauling a boat from Dallasias to Orly. It's not like delivering a pizza. You need power, planning, and nerves of steel. Any slip, and you're fishing for boat parts in a ditch. Not cool. Slippery runway drama. Meanwhile, on a snowy runway that makes ice skating look tame, a military aircraft skids around before pulling off an emergency landing. Talk about adrenaline. The plane's engine decided to take a little vacation, forcing the pilot to touch down in a hurry. Good thing rescue squads are on standby. Clearing this runway is going to be more intense than cleaning up after a New Year's Eve party. Another day, another enormous paper cylinder. This 145.5-ton giant traveled from Opel to Klucha on an 18-axle Goldhofer trailer, pulled by two powerhouse man ballast tractors. That's some serious muscle, and a big testament to what good teamwork can accomplish. Mud, sweat, and tears. In the world of muddy roads, you either conquer the sludge or become its latest victim. One veteran driver plows through thick muck like it's just another Tuesday. Forget personal space. The mud's definitely up in that truck's grill. But hey, nothing screams "I got this" like an operator who fights every inch of terrain with zen-like composure. Now let's talk about the engineering marvel known as the Goldhofer 14-axle platform. It's made for those massive cargo loads, ensuring weight distribution and maneuverability that's smoother than a hot knife through butter. Take that 145-ton transformer in Amos, Quebec. Moving it without a hitch proves just how reliable that setup really is. And here's a heart-stopper, a trailer pin that decides to retire mid-trip. The driver probably turned pale the second the trailer vanished in the mirror. Pretty sure he triple-checked that pin for the next 100 hauls. Serious road rage. Road safety alert. A sneaky driver cuts off a massive truck, forcing an emergency brake stomp that leaves tire tracks more dramatic than an action movie. Smoke, screeching metal, and a driver who probably needs a minute to calm down. Pro tip: don't challenge a vehicle that's twice your size. It's not a fair fight. Tractor and the chain. Okay, we've got a tractor that's basically playing hold my beer with a chain that's clearly not up to the job. You'd think someone would notice that using a flimsy chain to secure 2 tons of metal on wheels isn't the brightest idea. Spoiler alert, no wheel chocks either. If you're going to flirt with gravity, at least give it some proper gear to latch onto. Speaking of prayers, if they just double-checked that brake in Ethiopia, we'd be out one spectacular fail. $1 million mistake, all because someone forgot a tiny detail. The good news? Nobody got hurt, so that's something. But still, ouch. The winch that couldn't. Got a heavy roller that needs to come down safely? Great, just make sure your winch doesn't tap out halfway, because if it does, you'll see your expensive machinery do a not-so-graceful somersault. At least the operator had cat-like reflexes, jumping out right before gravity took over. Next time, double-check that cable rating, folks. A drop load is a fancy term for uh-oh. If you don't check your rigging or train your operator well, you could be dealing with more than just property damage. Safety matters, folks. Heavy lifts and heavier consequences. Speaking of super strength, let's talk about log loaders lifting entire trees and trucks hauling so many tons of timber it seems physically impossible. Efficiency is the name of the game. No scattered logs, no repeated trips, just one monster haul. One slip-up though, and those logs will be taking a scenic tour down the hillside. Kenworth on the switchbacks. Look out! We've got a loaded Kenworth navigating switchbacks sharper than a hawk's talons. One wrong turn and it's a one-way ticket down the mountainside. Luckily, there's a ground guide. Think of them as the unsung hero who says, "No, really, you don't want to turn left here." Proof that 2 sets of eyes can save a lot of heartbreak. That wraps up our roller coaster ride of epic wins, terrifying close calls, and outrageous fails. Which moment had you gripping your seat the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Thanks for hanging out with Mighty Tech. We'll see you next time for more jaw-dropping action.